All right, YouTube, hey, Josh here, Attica Lumber Company. Check this one out right here, 30 by 40, 11 feet 6 inches at the eave here. Another post frame pole barn building in Ottawa County. Not too far actually from Lake Erie. And I profiled this about a week ago. Now you can see we're actually waiting for a little variance, a little permit. That's why we don't have the porch done here. But to kind of give you some ideas here as far as color selection here. You see that's a brown wainscot. Now if you've been following along in the channel here, some of these wainscot pole barn pics that are videos that I've been showing you come in different increments. This one right here is a traditional 3-foot increment, okay? And then you can see right up there, that's a lighter brown sidewall steel. Now, I haven't talked about this in a while there, but you can see how we keep that up just a little bit off the trim here. And the reason why, you don't want water to congregate on there. Now, this has maybe happened maybe once or twice in the last 10 or 15 years, but water will sit there, and then what will happen, it will rust that sidewall panel. That way, you want to keep that up just a little bit, all right? For DIY people out there doing it your own, just a little tip to keep in mind there. All right, to kind of give you some perspective here, 11 feet 6 inches. Now this overhead door opening, overhead door going there, 16 by 10. Why do we do 11 feet 6 inches at the sidewall? Well, we need at least 18 inches, 1.5 feet for clearance. That's why we do 11 feet 6 inches. That way we can get a 10-foot span or height there for overhead door, all right? Traditional 1-foot overhang there. You can see there, vented soffit, all right. And as far as perspective, you're thinking about laying out, putting one up in your backyard, something like this. Again, window selection there, 3x4, and you can see how we set those. And again, you can place those depending on what, but you see how they place these windows right here. They almost set them right there on the base of that wainscot trim. All right, so actually 4 of these 3x4 windows on this pole barn building. You can see we put the concrete in here, 4 inches. And let me give you some perspective on this. You can see how this settled up here. Let me kind of give you there. Again, we utilize a 401 stone mix here, but check that out right there. All right, so you can see there are 3x4 windows, 4 of them in this building. And you can see he placed the man door right there. So if you're thinking about maybe how would this look in my building or on my property, this kind of gives you some ideas there. You can see what we did here. We did actually an interior liner panel ceiling. And then on top of that, we actually put an R30 blown-in cellulose insulation. Okay, now the owner is going to take care of the sidewall, but we got it prepped up for him here. As you probably can see, we utilized a 3-ply laminated column. We boxed in the 2x6s around these windows. Again, it's set up, and I'll share with you. See how we set this up, but he's going to actually do it himself there. And that's always an option, what you want to do there, but you can see how it's lined up there. So if you want to run some bats in there, 2-foot section or 4-foot section, again, the post spacing on this. And this seems maybe elementary, but you know, for those of you out there, maybe new to post frame construction, those are 8-foot increments. Sometimes, you know, they might run 10-foot, 12-foot, but typically all of our buildings are based on 8-foot sections, all right? That kind of gives you an idea there. And why is that? Well, it just maximizes the use of your lumber there. And to kind of give you an idea as far as the sidewall girt spacing here. Now this is something, I haven't talked about this in a while, but we actually stagger our sidewall girts. And why do we do that? Well, you don't need to, but it keeps the building more sturdy, more solid. And what I mean by that, instead of using maybe a 16-foot here, we'll use an 8-foot, we'll use a 12-foot, then we'll use a 16-foot. Again, on this one, it's a 40 feet. All right, 30 by 40. And the reason why, it just keeps the building tighter. All right, so you want to stagger your girts there. Again, these are 2x4s, wall girts there, 2 feet apart, but just a little tip for you there, out there in DIY Nation. Okay, you can see how we're running the sidewall girts there, 2x6s. Again, keeping the building from racking there. So, just a couple things I wanted to share with you. And then also I want to kind of give you a diagonal view of this building. It looks pretty sharp here, that nice white outside trim. Let me go over here, it's a little mound, kind of give you an idea, and then I'll share with you, or show with you, the porch, okay? So, there we go. Check that out right there. See that nice white outside trim there? I get a 40-year guaranteed metal, 29 gauge. That covers the paint chalk, and then also the fade. And let me share with you the porch. Now, he had to get a variance. The owners had to get a variance on this one right here. Good people at Ottawa County up here around Lake Erie. So that's why the reason we pulled off this, but we'll come back and we'll knock out that porch. So again, 30 by 40, 11 feet 6 inches. So another one in progress. and we'll get this thing wrapped up. So comments always welcome. Till next one, keep it locked, keep it loaded right here.